think it would be very interesting for people to know where all these songs start, because they start right here with me. All the wonderful, incredible people that work on my music aren't there then. I'd like to someday be able to maybe just go out and maybe play a little something on piano, and then pick up a guitar and play a little bit of Landslide, and so that people know that yes, in fact, the lady in the black chiffon of Fleetwood Mac did not just, come from the black chiffon star, that she did really start out playing all this music herself.
Stevie Nicks, off the record. Your song Rock a Little, did you write that about somebody?
I wrote that at the other place where we did that other. I wrote it about when I moved into that place. I'm afraid of the earthquake.
Right.
And my place would shake, when the waves would hit, and it was like half a block to the beach. I mean, it was straight sand from the end of my place to the water, but the water would hit so hard that it would shake my apartment. And I had, my bed was like a little platform built to the floor. That's not right. So when my house shook, my ribs shook, and it would scare me. And I would think, this is it. This is a big EQ. And I'm going to be right here for the tidal wave, And I finally had to realize the difference between what was the water and what was possibly the earthquake. And so rock a little, sometimes it rages, rock a little, just like the sea. Rock a little means perseverance. Rock a little means rock a little all the time. If you rock out, you may not rock anymore.
Who's Lily?
I'm Lily.
Aha. Have you always been Lily?
I've been Lily for a long time, actually, because in my writing, in my book and everything, when I write about me and my friend Robin, who everybody knows that I lost from leukemia, I wrote about her and I as Lily and Julia, Julia and Lily and Hellman. So that movie, Jane Fonda and Vanessa Redgrave. So Robin looked incredibly like Vanessa Redgrave, and I was very Jane Fonda, and our relationship was very much like this, come on across the river, but don't forget to tell me that you're really afraid, so in case you fall in, I'll be expecting it. Don't lie to me and say, all right, I'll do it because you think I'm brave. Well, actually, my father and Rebecca are responsible for Go Ahead Lily, because it was like one time on the Wild Heart tour, I was sick, I had pneumonia. I was laying on the ground with a towel over my face. I just done my exercises. Who cares if you have pneumonia? And my father came in and said, I need to talk to you. And I said, if it's about business, I don't want to talk about it right now. And he walks over and looks down at me and goes, he went to say something, and I said, Dad, I'm sick. And he says, I don't care. Nobody cares, Stevie. They paid their money. So either get well or go home. And of course, it's kind of an attitude to me. It's like, well, I'm absolutely fine, and I'm instantly well.
What are the things that money can't buy?
Going into a studio and having really a lot of fun over a period of 6, 7, or 8 hours instead of going into the studio for 20 hours and having a psychological encounter group meeting where, like they used to do in, college, where you'd meet somewhere for 3 days, and by the time you all left, you were hysterical. It's like my friend Wade, he says, people walk in the studio and he goes, well, so how are you? And then it's 5 hours later, after they've told you how they are, it's like from then on, personal problems do not come in here. I don't care who you are. Don't tell me how you are. Don't tell me about your domestic problems. Right now, this is what's important. I don't really want to know all that, because everybody's quite willing to sit down and tell you. There's no place for it there, It's supposed to be a wonderful job. And it is a wonderful job.
You gave special thanks to Henley on this album.
Well, he's a special inspiration in my life, and has been for, I met him a year after I joined Fleetwood Mac, and so Don has been the somber, quiet one. He says, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Only steal from those who are dead. and was right there when I wrote Lead and Lace, telling me, that's the worst thing I ever heard.
That's right, I forgot he had done that. Yeah, I hope this is somebody you know.
Somebody's coming in here to our house now. Mary and Stevie disappeared simultaneously at the interview. Suddenly,
never to be seen again. Don't worry, we'll be back right after this. We're back with Stevie Nicks, Off the Record. You've been on tour 3 years?
3 years.
Are you excited?
I'm terribly excited.
Is it scary, though?
It's very scary because we only have 11 days rehearsed.
My God.
But I'm trying to give Fleetwood Mac as much time as I can, so I'm just like singing on everything, and they're letting me, which is wild.
Doesn't there come a point where you have to choose which is more important to you? I mean, you can't devote full energy to Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks, can you? Or can you?
No, but you can just like parallel to your life. If you're very, very busy, say you're going out with somebody, you don't have any time for them until you start going out with somebody that you're really crazy about. And then it's amazing how much time you can make out of every day. Working with Fleetwood Mac, working with your own band, writing your own songs, staying home listening to your tape recorder, making your tapes, picking out your pictures, picking out your songs, doing all the artwork. It's amazing how much time you can find for something that you want to have time for. So yeah, you can do it all if you really want it bad enough. And as long as everybody's being wonderful, I can make the time. Fleetwood Mac, my band, my music are my priorities in life. First and foremost, and always have been.
How do you get ready physically, to go on the road? I remember Christine saying, I think once when I interviewed you two together, that when she's, not touring, she, forget it, I'll eat whatever I want, forget my hair. You have to have a tremendous amount of discipline, I would think, to turn your life around.
I never, a lot of people say to me, again, my dad, well, you have to build up your stamina again. I never stopped dancing and singing. So I never really lose my stamina. I dance and sing every day for hours. That's why I can bounce down and split that fast. I can dance all the way through stand back and play the tambourine right now, and I haven't done it in 2 years, 3 years. But I can do it because something just comes into me that says, once again, go ahead, Lily. You can't play the tambourine halfway through the song and then just quit and have everybody go, oh, what's the matter with her, So if you're going to do that, don't play it at all. Don't even start. So I never let go of that initial stamina that keeps me, dancing. I mean, I dance through life.
Stevie Nicks, Off the Record with Mary Turner, has been brought.
He was down in the basement playing Santa's helper. But one Christmas Eve, little Stevie caught her dad red-handed.